The elders learned about it within hours. Lyra hadn't told them. Someone else must have seen her reaction and reported it. By evening, Ethan was called into the council hall, a towering structure of carved stone and glowing filaments. The council members stood in a half-circle, their eyes glowing faint amber, curiosity mixed with suspicion. Lyra stood behind them, trembling. Ethan tried to smile. "You wanted to see me?" Elder Varex stepped forward. "Human Ethan, we have received troubling news." "About what?" "You're sent, right?" The elder studied him like a scientist examining a specimen. "You emitted a compound that awakened dormant instincts in Lyra. Instincts tied to one of our oldest traditions." "Which is?" "The ritual of scent bonding," another elder said. "It is invoked only when two individuals share a genetic resonance, something our kind uses to detect ideal cooperative partners." Cooperative partners. The phrasing made Ethan suddenly nervous. "Wait," he said slowly. "Are we talking about, like, marriage?" Lyra squeaked. "And no, not exactly. The ritual is not romantic. It's ceremonial. A designation of trust. A chosen partner bond. It means the two participants are linked." "Linked how?" "Linked for life," Elder Varric said. Ethan blinked. "Life." Lyra covered her face with her hands. "It is sacred," she whispered again. The testing. Ethan wasn't forced into anything. The Arila weren't tyrants. But the ritual by their laws had to be tested once triggered. It was about mutual resonance, not dominance. If the bond wasn't real, the reaction would fade. If it was real, then they would expect the two individuals to undergo the scent oath ceremony, a lifelong pact of shared guardianship and trust. Not romantic, not ownership, something deeper. Something ancient. The next morning, Ethan and Lyra were taken to the resonance chamber. He whispered to her, "I didn't mean to cause trouble." She whispered back, "It isn't trouble. It's confusing." "Confusing how?" She hesitated, then said, "I don't mind it." That startled him more than the ritual itself. The chamber door opened. Inside, glowing patterns on the floor pulsed with soft light. Elder Varex gestured. "Stand in the circle. If your scents align again, the bond is confirmed." Ethan swallowed. Lyra stepped closer than any Arila had ever stood near him. She inhaled gently. And then, her knees buckled. Not in weakness. In instinct. A shimmering pulse rippled through the room, the symbols glowing brighter and brighter until the entire chamber was bathed in soft gold. The elders gasped. "The bond is true," one whispered. Lyra covered her mouth, overwhelmed again. I don't understand how. Humans shouldn't trigger this. Not biologically. Not chemically. Not." Ethan touched her arm gently. "Hey. It'll be okay." Her breath shivered at his touch. Another pulse filled the chamber. Elder Varex nodded slowly. "It seems the human scent stabilizes your instincts." Lyra looked up at Ethan, wide-eyed. "You calm me." He didn't know what to say, but he saw the truth in her trembling hands. The ceremony. The Arila didn't wait long. Sacred rituals were not taken lightly. 3 cycles later, Ethan and Lyra stood on a ceremonial platform in front of half the city. Glowing banners flowed like liquid light. Musicians played deep harmonic tones that vibrated in his bones. Lyra wore ceremonial markings on her cheeks, signifying vulnerability and trust. Ethan wore none. The guest in the ritual didn't need to. The elder raised a crystalline vial. "This ritual marks a bond of trust deeper than fear, deeper than misunderstanding. A bond chosen by instinct and confirmed by heart." Lyra stepped forward. Ethan did too. She lifted the vial. Inside was a shimmering mist, the essence of a Ryla bonding scent, distilled through tradition. She inhaled first, softly. Then, unexpectedly, she exhaled toward Ethan. The mist touched his skin. Warmth spread across him like a gentle spark. The crowd gasped. Ethan stiffened. Was that supposed to? Lyra took his hand. Her voice trembled as she whispered. You reacted. What does that mean? Her lavender blush deepened. It means you accept me. The crowd erupted in harmonious tones, a Ryla applause, resonant and warm. Humans didn't normally react to bonding scent. It shouldn't have affected his physiology at all. But it did. Because something inside him had shifted too. Maybe not instinct. Maybe not some alien biological signal. But something's emotional. Something human. Aftermath. When the ceremony ended, Lyra stayed beside him as the crowd dispersed. Ethan exhaled slowly. So, what now? Are we partners? Or bonded? Or, what does this actually mean for us? She looked down at their joined hands, still linked, still warm. It means, she said softly, that my people trust you as deeply as I do. And you trust me? Her eyes lifted. From the moment I smelled your scent. He laughed. That still sounds so weird. She smiled, small, shy, genuine. Everything about humans is weird to us. Your shape, your voice, your scent. But your scent. She took another small inhale, cheeks turning lavender again. Is comforting. Ethan didn't pull away. He didn't want to. So we're bonded? We are, she said. But not in the way you fear. It's not ownership. Not romance. It's chosen kin. Chosen guardians. He let her words sink in. Chosen. Guardians. A sacred bond formed not by chance, but by instinct and trust. I think I can live with that, Ethan finally said. Lyra smiled wider. And I think, she whispered, that my world can live with you. Ending a new beginning. Over the next weeks, Ethan discovered something unexpected. The ritual didn't just change his relationship with Lyra. It changed how the entire kingdom treated him. Ryla, who once avoided him, now bowed respectfully. Warriors who once questioned his presence now asked his opinion. Scholars who once dismissed human senses now consulted him in research. All because of one moment, one instinct, one accidental breath. If you hadn't sniffed me that day, Ethan joked to Lyra once, none of this would have happened. She blushed lavender again. I couldn't help it. Your scent was calling. He grinned. Guess it was destiny then. She nodded gently. Destiny, she echoed. And together, bonded by instinct and strengthened by choice, the human and the alien girl walked side by side into the glowing forests, partners in a sacred ritual older than stars, and now rewritten by two worlds that had never meant to collide. But fate had other plans. And their story was only beginning.